name is Lily, and this is a story about love, loss, and the words that lingered in the silence between us. It started on a rainy afternoon, and the world outside felt just as heavy as the weight in my chest. I remember sitting in my favorite cafe, the one with the crooked sign and the smell of freshly brewed coffee wafting through the air. I was waiting for him. His name was Ethan. Ethan had this way of making the mundane feel extraordinary, and on that day, he was late. I looked out the window, watching the raindrops race each other down the glass, each one a reminder of the moments slipping through my fingers. As I sipped my coffee, I thought about all the words I wanted to say to him, words I had kept bottled up, hidden beneath layers of fear and doubt. When he finally walked in, drenched and breathless, my heart soared and sank all at once. "Sorry I'm late," he said, shaking his hair like a wet dog, his dark curls sticking to his forehead. "Did you get caught in the downpour?" I asked, trying to sound nonchalant. He laughed, the sound brightening the dim cafe, more like I lost track of time. I smiled, but inside I was battling with the storm of emotions swirling within me. Because that was the thing about Ethan. He made me feel alive, yet terrified at the same time. Every laugh we shared, every glance that lingered, felt like a silent promise. But promises were fragile, and I was scared of breaking what we had. As we talked about everything and nothing, I could feel the words pressing against my lips, but fear kept them locked away. What if he didn't feel the same? What if my heart shattered under the weight of unspoken truths? So, I kept quiet. Days turned into weeks, and our meetings became a ritual, a dance of unacknowledged feelings swirling in the air between us. Every time he brushed my hand with his, I felt electricity surge through me. But still, the words remained unspoken. Then came the day when everything changed. It was a sunny afternoon, the kind that made you feel like anything was possible. Ethan and I were walking through the park, laughter spilling from our lips like water from a broken dam. But beneath the surface I could feel the tension building. As we sat on a bench, the golden sunlight casting a warm glow around us, I knew it was time. I had to say something. "Ethan," I began, my voice trembling slightly, "there's something I need to tell you." His eyes met mine, filled with curiosity and something deeper, something raw. But before I could gather my thoughts, his phone buzzed. He checked the screen and his expression shifted. "I have to take this," he said, standing up. And just like that, the moment was gone. I watched him walk away, my heart sinking as the words I had been holding on to slipped further away. Days passed, and the silence between us grew heavier. I watched him from a distance, our interactions reduced to polite smiles and small talk. The unspoken words hung between us like a thick fog, suffocating and relentless. I thought about reaching out, but doubt held me back. What if he didn't want to hear what I had to say? Then came the phone call that shattered everything. Ethan's voice was strained, filled with urgency. "Lily, I need to talk to you. It's important." My heart raced as I agreed to meet him at our cafe, the one where everything had begun. When I arrived, he was already there, his face pale, his eyes clouded with worry. "I got a job offer," he said, words spilling out in a rush. "It's in another city, and I have to leave in a week." My breath caught in my throat, the weight of his words crashing down on me. "Ethan, sir." But he continued, cutting me off. "I didn't want to tell you this without knowing how you felt first." My heart pounded, the words I had held back for so long clawing to get out. But fear paralyzed me. "I don't know what to say," I finally managed, my voice barely a whisper. He looked at me, searching my eyes for answers. "I wish I could stay," he said, his voice thick with emotion. "I wish I could tell you everything." And in that moment, I realized how much I had kept silent. how many times I had chosen fear over love. "Ethan, please," I said, tears brimming in my eyes. "Don't go without knowing how I feel." He took a step closer, desperation etched on his face. "I need to hear it, Lily." And just like that, the dam broke. "I love you, Ethan," I said, the words pouring out like a torrent of emotions. "I've loved you for so long, but I was scared of losing you, scared of saying the wrong thing." He stared at me, shock and relief washing over his features. "I've been waiting for you to say that," he admitted, stepping even closer. But before I could respond, his phone buzzed again. It was a message from the company confirming his job. The moment shattered, and I felt the distance between us grow. "I have to go," he said, his voice strained. And just like that, he was gone. I sat there, heart heavy with the weight of all the words we never said. The silence echoed around me, a reminder of everything left unresolved. Weeks turned into months, and I tried to move on. But every corner of my world reminded me of Ethan. Every song, every coffee shop reminded me of the love I had let slip away. Then one day, I received a package. Inside was a book, a collection of letters he had written to me, letters that spoke of love, longing, and regret. As I read through each page, tears streamed down my face. He had poured his heart out on paper, words I never had the courage to say aloud. And in that moment, I realized that love isn't just about the words spoken. It's about the moments we share, the connections that bind us, and the courage to be vulnerable. I closed the book, feeling a sense of peace wash over me. Maybe we hadn't said everything, but our love was still there, echoing in the silence. And that was enough. In the end, it wasn't about the words we never said. It was about the love that remained, waiting for us. And I knew deep down that one day we would find our way back to each other. Because some stories are not meant to end. They are meant to linger, to grow, and to be written anew. And I was ready to write the next chapter, because love, after all, is a journey, and ours was just beginning. Continuing the story, the journey beyond, time passed, and the seasons changed, but the echoes of that rainy day remained imprinted in my heart. I found myself often returning to that cafe, the place where our story began, reminiscing about our laughter and the unspoken words. One morning, as I sat there nursing a cup of coffee, I noticed a new face behind the counter. Her name was Mia, and she had a warm smile that reminded me of the sun breaking through clouds after a storm. "Hey, what can I get you?" she asked, her voice cheerful and inviting. "Just a regular coffee, thanks," I replied, forcing a smile. As she prepared my drink, I couldn't help but notice her enthusiasm for her job. It was infectious. "First time here?" she asked, glancing at me with curiosity. "No, I've been coming here for years," I admitted, my heart aching as I thought of Ethan. "Ah, a regular then. You must have some great stories," she said, winking playfully. I chuckled, but the laughter felt hollow. "Maybe some good ones," I replied, feeling the weight of my past. Mia handed me my coffee, and as I took it, I felt a spark of connection. "Come back soon. I'd love to hear them," she said, her enthusiasm brightening the gloomy day. I promised I would, and for the first time in a while, I felt a flicker of hope. I began visiting the cafe more often, and with each visit, Mia and I grew closer. She had this way of pulling me out of my shell, encouraging me to share my thoughts and feelings. "Sometimes you just need to let it all out," she said one day as we sat on the patio, the sun warming our faces. It was during those moments that I realized how much I had been holding back. I shared stories about Ethan, about our laughter and the dreams we had woven together. Mia listened intently, her eyes reflecting empathy and understanding. "Love is complicated," she said softly, but it's also beautiful. Her words resonated deep within me, sparking something I thought had long been extinguished. Slowly, I began to open up about my fears and regret. Sometimes I wonder if I'll ever get the chance to say everything I wanted to say to him, I confessed, my voice trembling. Why not say it now? Mia suggested. You might be surprised by the outcome. Her encouragement ignited a fire within me, a desire to reclaim the words that had once felt trapped. I decided to write Ethan a letter. It started as a simple note, but soon turned into a heartfelt confession of everything I had kept hidden. I poured my soul onto the pages, expressing my love, my fears, and the longing that had never faded. As I sealed the envelope, I felt a sense of liberation wash over me. But the question remained, would I ever have the courage to send it? Days turned into weeks, and I found myself grappling with that decision. Mia noticed my hesitation and encouraged me to take the leap. Sometimes you have to risk it all for love, she said one afternoon as we sat in the cafe, the smell of coffee surrounding us. Her words echoed in my mind, pushing me toward a decision. Finally, I gathered the courage to send the letter. I addressed it to Ethan's new city, hoping it would reach him. And then, I let it go. Life continued, and I focused on my own journey, learning to embrace the present. With Mia's friendship blossoming, I found joy in the little things again. But then one afternoon, as I was closing up the cafe, I received a message that changed everything. It was from Ethan. My heart raced as I read his words, his voice echoing in my mind. Lily, I got your letter. Can we meet? Every emotion I had buried came rushing back, flooding my senses. I couldn't believe it. After all this time, he wanted to see me again. We agreed to meet at the same park where we had shared our first real conversation. As I approached the park, my heart pounded with anticipation and fear. What would I say? Would he still feel the same? When I saw him standing there, looking just as I remembered, time seemed to stand still. He looked nervous, his hands stuffed into his pockets, his eyes searching for mine. Lily, he said, his voice barely above a whisper. Ethan, I replied, my heart racing. In that moment, everything else faded away. We stood there, the world around us disappearing as we locked eyes. I received your letter, he said, taking a step closer. I wasn't sure how to respond, but I knew I had to see you. My heart swelled with hope. I didn't think you'd want to after everything, I confessed, my voice trembling. He shook his head, his expression earnest. Lily, I've thought about you every day since I left. I've regretted not saying everything. The weight of his words hung between us, and for the first time in a long while, I felt seen. I was scared, I admitted, tears brimming in my eyes, scared of losing you, scared of what could have been. He reached for my hand, his touch sending warmth through me. I want to try again, he said, his eyes searching mine. Let's not let fear dictate our future. In that moment, the words that had once felt so heavy began to flow freely. We talked for hours, sharing our dreams, our fears, and the unspoken love that had bridged the distance between us. With every word, the past began to fade, replaced by the promise of a new beginning. As the sun set, casting a golden hue over the park, I knew that we were ready to write our story. And this time we would say all the words that mattered, because love isn't just about the moments we share, it's about the courage to embrace them fully. And together we would face whatever came next, hand in hand. As I walked away from that meeting, my heart felt lighter than it had in years. I knew there would be challenges ahead, but I also knew we would face them together. The journey of love is never straightforward, but it's the twists and turns that make it worthwhile. With Ethan by my side, I felt ready to embrace whatever life had in store for us. And as I looked back at the park, I realized that sometimes The most beautiful stories are born from the words we finally find the courage to say. Here's to our next chapter, I whispered to myself, a smile spreading across my face, because love, after all, is a journey worth taking, and ours was just getting started. Thank you for listening. As we wrap up this heartfelt journey of love, loss, and the words we never said, I invite you to join our community if you found yourself resonating with Lily and Ethan's story. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more tales that tug at the heartstrings and inspire Your support means the world to me and allows us to create more stories that explore the depths of human connection. Together, let's keep the magic of storytelling alive, one word at a time. So hit that bell icon and let's embark on this beautiful journey together. Remember, every story is worth telling, and yours might be next. Thank you for watching, and as always, keep spreading love and kindness wherever you go. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep believing, and keep sharing. See you.